Welcome back to everything you wanted to know about GenAI, but were afraid to ask in 5 minutes or less, where our goal is to take non-technical beginner users of GenAI and teach them how to do useful things in the workplace with it. So one of the tasks that we get to do a lot at work is look at things like PDF files. And so today we are going to talk about how to craft your way to better results from PDFs. We'll be using that craft prompt that we've been talking about a lot in this series to analyze PDFs and ask questions of them. I'm going to give you a real-world example today that I've recently dealt with, but this can be any PDF that you work with on a daily basis or even not on a daily basis. So let's get started. So recently, I was having a problem with my snowblower. If you don't know me, I live high in the mountains of Colorado. We get a lot of snow. So when my snowblower is acting up, I need to call in a repair person because I don't always know how to deal with it. So I'm going to use the snowblower manual today as our example PDF, but you can use anything you want. And, this is kind of a typical manual. We've got all the, warning stuff up front. We've got a lot of technical stuff. And let's say that I'm just having a problem and I don't really know that much about the snowblower, and let's see if we can't have GenAI help. So today I'm going to demonstrate this using Claude. Now, one of the things, and by the way, they will all do something similar to this. I'm just happen to be showing it with Claude. I'm going to hit this plus button and I'm going to say add files or photos, and then I am going to select my manual. Okay, so what it's doing is it's adding my manual here to Claude. And while it's doing that, I'm going to just copy and paste in a craft prompt. Okay, now let me read this to you. It says, I am not a technical person and I own a Husqvarna ST224P snowblower. Okay, I have attached the manual here. My snowblower starts fine, but will not propel forward when I hit the gas. I need your help understanding why. So now, as craft goes, I've created the context. Next is role. I said, you are an expert snowblower mechanic. You will help me figure out why. That's role. A, avoid. Do not use technical terms, but speak to me like I am not an expert. Okay, that's avoid. Now we have F for format. Respond in short, clear instructions with a list of 3 things I should try to diagnose the problem, along with what it would suggest if the snowblower fails that test. So let's just send this off really quick, and we should get an answer back here. And here we go. So it's sorry that I'm having this trouble. This is actually a real problem I've had recently. And it suggested to me those 3 things I asked for. Check that you're squeezing the correct lever. Well, you know what? I've actually owned this snowblower for a long time, and so I know I'm squeezing the correct lever. Check the drive belt, and it tells me how. Check the drive cable adjustment. Okay, now you'll notice that I did not do tweak of the craft prompt. We're actually going to do tweak now. We're going to start tweaking its response, and I'll say, I have owned this blower for several years. So I know I have the right, I can do typos, lever. The drive, belt, and cable look fine. Okay, so what we are doing here is we are iterating with GenAI. We are using tweak here. We are tweaking its response, and it responds. It says, got it, that's helpful. So now it's taking its thought into a different direction, such as the friction wheel. It says, look for the rubber inside. Okay, what you'll likely find, what to do about it. So I happen to know what the real world solution is here. So I'm going to just kind of mock up what happened, and I'll say, I see the friction wheel and rubber are fine, but I see a broken spring. So again, we're tweaking here kind of in real time as we go. Okay, so here's what the spring does. It pulls a cable, and that cable pulls on a spring-loaded arm inside the snowblower. It holds tension, so the friction wheel gets... Okay, so these things, it turns out, are actually all true. This is, in fact, what the problem was. Why my snowblower would not propel forward was because this spring was broken. And so what what Claude in this case is doing is it's reading through that manual. It's understanding the different parts of the snowblower and how to help me diagnose it. So tweak, instead of happening in that original prompt, was happening in the subsequent prompting that I had with Claude. So this is the first example I'll give. I'm probably going to use this as a part of a little mini series here. So we'll return to PDFs again next week. But here's one quick case where we used Craft to help analyze a PDF and answer questions. Give this a try with your stuff. Let me know in the comments or anywhere else if you would like to see other things that are done in this video series, and I'll see you next week. Thanks.